The Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District is a regional governmental entity here in Milwaukee. We serve 28 municipalities, which includes the city of Milwaukee. So within that $2 billion capital program over 10 years, there's approximately 250 active projects at any given time. In any given year, we might complete 20 to 30 projects and add 20 to 30 projects to our plan. We have a number of staff that work on our projects both internally in the office from the project management side, and we have a pretty strong construction management group out in the field that manages and administers construction and construction contracts throughout our capital program. Our capital program before we had a full project management information system was accurate, approximately as accurate as it could be, once a month. So we would get a good look at our program 12 times a year. And that was very inefficient and not as effective as it could have been.
We would have individual projects that we would view their budget and schedules. That was all done on paper. And with eBuilder, we've been able to automate that process. Everything's electronic. We used to have to go through chase paper all over the place, sit down with binders, sit down with the individuals, go through that each project by project, face to face. Now we can do it electronic. We know where the process is.
All of those inefficient and somewhat ineffective processes went away. We incorporated all of that digitally, and we're now able to process all of those things electronically. They're completely transparent, they're auditable, and the reporting that we get out of the system is so much better and so much more efficient and effective than even I ever thought it would be. I'm shocked.
The beauty about eBuilder is you can make changes almost instantly compared to what it was before, where it would take months to make a change. So I've gone from this paper-oriented manual implementation from 25 years ago to now where we can make a change to a schedule, to a capital program on the fly. We can see the financial impact, we can see the resource impact, and we can really address issues on a more integrated fashion across the district, which in my position as executive director is amazing. I mean, I have great people implementing this, but it's just amazing to be able to call someone and say, hey, I need to see this, and the next day I have it, or that afternoon I have it, where before I'd sit for months. So the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District is a public entity, and with that comes public dollars that we are entrusted with to try to spend in a more efficient and better fashion. There's a lot of mistrust out there about government and the inefficiencies of government, and I've not seen it at the district. We have been able to utilize our ratepayer dollars very effectively, reducing our impact on the environment and reducing our impact on their wallet as well.
The overall budget process improved in terms of going from a paper system to an electronic system. What's really been helpful is that we can look at the system as a whole much easier. It's been a much easier process in terms of seeing all of the projects globally, schedules, cash flows, and just has really, as we make changes, has made that, seeing how those changes impact our overall budget has made that much easier.
So for us, success at the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District is primarily based on metrics. One of our key metrics is schedule performance. Another key metric is cost versus budget versus actual spending performance. And the 5 years prior to us implementing eBuilder versus the 5 years after implementing eBuilder, we saw a monumental increase in our budgeted versus actual spending performance. I think that's the biggest quantitative measure that we saw in terms of improvement. I think we improved 28% over between 5 years before and 5 years after eBuilder. Last year, our budget versus actual performance was 99%, which is the closest it has ever been since we've been tracking data on our program.